Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
He is on the run. The U.S. Marshals need your help to try and get this man off the streets. Thank you for joining us for Local 4 News at noon. I'm Evrod Casimay. Take a good look at this photo here on your screen. This is 31-year-old Kevin Dwayne Bailey. And Bailey is wanted on a multi-count felony warrant for criminal sexual conduct. Here's Local 4's Priya Mann with everything that you need to know.
A massive manhunt is underway this morning. U.S. Marshals are looking for a man wanted for multiple felonies involved in a disturbing sexual assault case. Take a look. Police are looking for 31-year-old Kevin Dwayne Bailey. He's accused of assaulting an underage girl for several years. He's accused of using physical violence or threats of harming her family members if she did not allow Bailey to sexually assault her. The girl later became pregnant. Once Bailey learned a police report had been filed, he continued to threaten the victim and family members to pressure her into changing her story and dropping the charges. Authorities believe Bailey is getting help from family or friends. He has ties to Detroit, Ypsilanti, and Ann Arbor. He also has family in California, Florida, and Tennessee. Now, Bailey is 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighs about 148 pounds. Anyone with information on Bailey's whereabouts should contact the U.S. Marshals Service tip line. That number is 866-865-TIPS 8477 or 313-202-6458. You can also call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. And of course, those calls are anonymous. Anyone with information is asked to call police. I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Priya, thank you. Now we want to turn to the war in Ukraine. A showdown looms in Ukraine after Russia appointed a new military commander and looked to concentrate its attacks on the eastern part of the country. Ukraine's president said his troops will hold their ground, urging Western leaders, in particular President Joe Biden, to do more. Molly Hunter has this report from Kyiv.
This morning, President Volodymyr Zelensky delivering a dire warning, saying in a video address that it's likely tens of thousands of people are dead in the besieged city of Mariupol. Overnight, saying Ukraine is ready for the next phase of this war, but whether they can win, Zelensky says, depends on U.S. support, warning Russia is rapidly increasing its presence in the east. Satellite images showing an 8-mile column, hundreds of Russian military vehicles moving towards the city of Izium near Kharkiv on Friday. Zelensky telling CBS 60 Minutes Ukraine needs bigger, better help and fast.
All depends on how fast we will be helped by the United States. I have 100% confidence in our people and in our armed forces, but unfortunately, I don't have the confidence that we will be receiving everything we need. I asked President Biden for very specific items. He has the list.
Over the weekend, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson pledging $130 million in new military aid during his visit to Kyiv.
I'm very, very, very glad to see you. How you doing?
The two leaders walking around the capital, sending a powerful message. The city many predicted would fall to Russia is still firmly in Ukrainian control. Over the weekend, the airport in Dnipro, Ukraine's fourth largest city, hit by Russian missiles twice. And in Kramatorsk this morning, trains are still suspended. Civilians forced to find other ways to get out of the east. The death toll from Friday's attack now at least 57 people.
It's extremely difficult to even think about sitting down with people who commit or excuse or find excuses for all these atrocities and war crimes. Whatever I feel, if I have the chance to save a human life or a village, a town from destruction, I will take that chance.
And on 60 Minutes, President Zelensky asked about his expression in this photo from Bucha.
It's anger. It's anger. Because we don't understand the Russians. You can't really understand this world.
And that was Molly Hunter reporting. Now here's Victor Williams with a look at what we're working on for tonight at 5.
The Wayne County Sheriff's Department teaming up with Detroit Police Department and other agencies to help make a difference.
Saving lives is what we do. This is why, we sign up for this work.
Whether they're law enforcement, whether they're military, we're just going to send them over there and hopefully, and I'm sure it'll help save some lives.
We'll show you how exactly coming up right at 5.
All righty, thank you, Victor. Be sure to stick with us here at Local 4 and click on Detroit.com for continuing coverage of the war in Ukraine. We'll have new information as it comes into our newsroom. Well, let's turn our attention now to the forecast as we take a live look outside for you this afternoon through our sky cam. Brandon, I got to say, we came up from the 47 degrees that we were at this morning.
Big time. Yeah, a little warm front pushing through. There'll be a cold front as well, which returns rain chances, but enjoy a luxurious lunch here. We have mainly 60s. It is 56 in Mount Clemens, 60 over in Pontiac, 65 Ann Arbor, 63 Metro, 61 Lapeer. These temps are 10 to 20 plus degrees warmer than we were at lunchtime or noon yesterday. And these winds are helping out a little bit from the southeast, turning more to the southwest, aiding our warm up into the middle 60s. We'll see a little more cloud cover sneaking in here from the west-southwest, and rain chances later, probably through the evening rush and beyond. After 4 or 5 p.m., just garden variety showers. We had some pretty hefty rain and thunder showers early this morning, but sun and clouds here for the next couple of hours. Middle 60s, maybe even a little bit warmer, flirting with 70. But again, some late afternoon, evening shower chances, Evrod, and a severe threat not too far away. You can find out all about it on our Local Forecasters app. If you hold your phone of your camera right up to that box in the middle of that QR code, it gets you right to our free app. It is awesome.
Yes, it really is, and definitely necessary. Brandon, thank you so much for that. Moving on now, today, the new White House COVID-19 response coordinator, his name is Dr. Ashish Jha. He spoke about COVID-19 booster shots, specifically booster shots for people over the age of 60.
I think people over 60 clearly benefit. The data from Israel, to me, is very strong. I think people over 60 should definitely be getting it.
Well, you heard him there. The FDA has authorized a 4th shot for people over the age of 50. And if you're in that age bracket, you can get a 4th dose of a Pfizer or Moderna vaccine at least 4 months after your previous booster shot. The doctor then went on to talk about how at-home testing kits might be actually skewing overall case numbers.
I think it's great that people have testing at home. One of the costs of that is we're not always able to identify how many people are getting infected. This is why it's really important to also look at hospitalizations, right? Because if we're seeing a huge spike in cases, if we were to see a huge spike in cases, we'd also see that eventually trickle into hospitalizations.
So let's take a look at the hospitalizations, because right now, hospitalizations are the lowest that they've been since March of 2020. But new cases of COVID-19 are on the rise in some areas, and typically we see hospitalizations usually lagging behind as cases increase. So it's important to be vigilant, and we'll continue to keep you updated on COVID-19. But speaking of case increases, there is a 76% increase in cases in the nation's capital, and a COVID outbreak might be linked to an event there about 9 days ago. At least 72 guests at the event, more than 11%, said that they later tested positive for COVID-19, though a direct link as to how they would have gotten it or come into contact with it cannot be determined as of yet. But on Sunday, New York City's Mayor Eric Adams announced that he is COVID positive. He was at the event, and he is just one of the prominent political figures that was hit by the virus in the past week. Here at home, today marks the beginning of a very important week. It's Work Zone Awareness Week, and we all know that we've got a busy construction season upon us. Michigan safety experts are explaining the importance of paying attention while on the road.
Since 2018, we have seen a significant increase in the proportion of work zone injuries and fatalities where worker error is a significant, if not the significant, factor in the incident. Sadly, these types of fatalities are the most preventable.
Every member of our union should have the confidence that when they leave for work, whether it be day or night, they can return home to their families.
Safety officials say that 28 drivers were killed in a work zone crash in 2021 alone. Let's talk gas prices now. The average price per gallon here in Metro Detroit has fallen below the $4 mark. AAA says right now drivers are paying $3.95 a gallon. That is compared to $4.26 a month ago. Let's just hope the gas prices continue to decline. So to come here at noon, making moves. The White House is focusing on domestic agenda today. We're going to share the policies that the president is expected to propose after the break.